Hello, my name is Garx82 and welcome back to my Gregtech New Horizons series. I was just crafting up some components and I realized I didn't have all the quest wants me to do 4 and I only did 1. So I am just kind of waiting to craft up some more aluminum here so I can finish that quest, but it is pretty slow going at this point considering I'm trying to run it off one little turbine. But we are slowly working on that. Now, the reason I wanted to get this motor here, so I can get this piston, and with that, get this advanced extruder. Now, I am just realizing here, no, actually I don't need that. I was thinking I might have a problem with my copper wires, but this thing can only output 1 amp. So now this is pretty temporary here. I'm going to be moving this relatively soon here. I always forget to bring over the wire cutters. Actually, I had them on me. Alright, so there is the advanced extruder, and one of the reasons I wanted to do this is so I can use it to craft these pipes, because it's much easier using the extruder to craft pipes, and also these gears are pretty the gears are really annoying to make. So it's a 1-to-1 with the extruder at MV. It is a 1-to-1, whereas now I have to use 1 plate and 2 rods to get it. So that is one I need to kind of get as soon as possible. Do I have any more of these blank casts laying around? Because I need a couple things here. I may have some in here. I don't remember. No, but I do have some aluminum brass. But I need a few. Now I need, I think, small pipes. I'm going to need all these, basically. So maybe I should go ahead and get some more aluminum. Do I have any? It's 27 of these ore berries to 1 copper ingot, and that gets you 3. Do I have any more? I might have to go down there and no, it looks like I used it all. No problem. It's been a while since I've been down there, so I should have a bunch. I'm gonna put some of this away. So we'll just head down and get some aluminum berries. Well, these things hurt. It's kind of a pain. But you just kind of like look down at the ground. You won't take damage. Alright, and I think if you walk over them, you have a chance of breaking them. With the IC2 crops, they're kind of like delicate. But anyway, yeah, so that is plenty from just that one room. So I'm very happy with that, getting those going relatively early. Although I could have just used this. What am I? Now that I have a decent, I have like a decent amount of aluminum, but I'd rather just use those. I guess I could do a couple. I don't need to just do 3. So I need 27 more. Yeah. Is it going to do all those? It will. Oh, no. It put it in. Okay. So that will melt down into aluminum brass, and then I can get the extruder shapes. And yeah. Might as well take this. See what we get from a tier 3. We got some apples. Exciting. But I don't mind getting food. Right, so we gotta wait for this to correct on. But anyway, one of the reasons I really wanted to get the extruder going first was for, it's probably over here after this quest, is for pipes, because it makes them much easier to make. Now I think, yeah, instead of doing the 6 with the, I can just do 3 and I get it, and it's only a second. So I got to figure out what I want to do, and I think these are definitely cheaper because these are 1 ingot each. So this is 9 ingots, whereas these are 3 ingots each. This is 12. But I'm assuming these can carry 9 fluids. I don't really know how these work, so I would like to check them out. Oh, 3 ingots. I was like waiting. For some reason I was like reading that like it wasn't a full ingot for some reason. Does it wait to, I guess it waits to get 3 ingots before it makes it. Alright, so here's these blank casts. Now, I think the shape, is it shape or what is it? Yeah, shape does work. Oh look, bitcoins. So definitely one of the ones I want right away is this one. So if I just pour it is 4 each, so I don't want to go too crazy with this. But let's get a couple of these cut up here. So file and a wire cutter right there. File will get me that. Then I definitely need a normal pipe one. Is it? Yep, and a small pipe. So file and a wire cutter. I think that should be good for now, and then yeah, so this, yeah, that's different, that one. That's a forming press. I was just about to say, like, yeah, these are for the fluid solidifier, not for the extruder. As you can see, like, the extruder has like cutouts, and these are like molds. I think there's 2 ingots in here though. Yep. Yeah, I'll just turn these into blank casts, I think, because I'm definitely going to be using these again. I wasn't sure if I was going to use them, but you can melt them back down again if needed. So. Alright, so let's get small pipe. Just need 4. And I think the shape, the cast or whatever, breaks, doesn't it? Yeah. Alright, so what I am kind of thinking is maybe having my basement, which I haven't actually used yet, kind of be like all my fluids and liquid storage. And then I thought I messed that up. Yeah, so I was thinking having like piping all my fluids down below and storing them, and then kind of piping them up as needed with filters and stuff. Thought that would be kind of cool. Question is, how am I going to do that? And I think one of the ways is these pipes. Now I'm not doing anything like super fast, so I think 800 liters would probably be okay. Because that's like a small bronze pipe worth, so that's the only thing I'm a little worried about. Once I get bigger tanks, this might not be that big of a issue because I'm thinking the pipes will empty out, but kind of in the beginning, I don't know. But anyway, let's go ahead and get a couple pipes here. I'm thinking I'm going to be putting them in tanks. Obviously, I could build huge tanks, but Gregtech has a bunch of little tanks. So like this has just dark steel, and I looked up dark steel, and that's actually easy to make. And this just used dark steel and aluminum and some vacuum tubes. This one's actually really easy to make. And this one stores 4 million or 4,000 buckets worth, and it's actually really easy to make. I can make this. Pulsating iron is actually pretty easy. I believe it just goes in the blast furnace. Yep, right there. And then this is just, yeah, an easy recipe. Enderpearl dust, iron, and redstone alloy, which is pretty easy to make. So this is actually pretty easy. The only problem is it requires plastic. So we haven't got plastic yet, but we're like close to there. I want to really get into polyethylene pretty soon here because it's so helpful. So what I'm thinking is kind of get sorted with some of these smaller tanks just for now, and then replace them with the bigger versions. Stainless steel I can't get to yet. But yeah, let me craft up some of these pipes here, and then kind of see where we go from here. So I think I'm going to do the small ones. I don't think, I could be totally wrong, and luckily I can smelt these all back down if needed. So let's go ahead and, I don't know, do 16. So as we can see, much quicker than having to do like plates to ingots. But yeah, let me cut here and see kind of what design I want to do. And yeah, we'll be back. Alright, so I think I figured out what I want to do. I did some testing with filters and shutters and all sorts of stuff. So I'm pretty sure I know what I want to do. But first we need to, I'm going to craft a couple, I think I'm going to go ahead and get some medium storage fluid tanks. Basically just steel pump. But I do need this dark steel. So I thought, why don't we go ahead and see if we can craft this. And I'm assuming a blast furnace. Yep. So we just gotta, oh, I can't cook it in the blast furnace yet. I can if I put oxygen in it though. Alright, so that's okay. It'll take 50 seconds. So I would need, I don't know, I need a few of these, don't I? Basically just electrical steel, obsidian, and coal powder. And then electrical steel is, do I have to do it in a mixer? I may have to do it in a mixer, which is fine. Yeah, I can do it. So steel, coal dust, and silicon dust, which I just got silicon, so that's perfect. So I think I don't want to get like too crazy in these tanks because I definitely want to eventually upgrade them at least to this one, because that is a huge jump. So I don't want to like go crazy with these, but maybe grab a couple of these. So I would need 4. I already forgot how to do it. Yeah, I need 4 dark steel. So I get 2. So I would need 2 electrical steel. And I get 3 from this. Okay, so I only need to do this recipe once. So steel, coal, and silicon. Now, I don't think I have any steel powder here. Do I have any coal? I think I just put all my coal in there actually, now that I'm thinking about it. So do I have, yeah, let's just do, we'll just do 1. I want to get a sifter so I can get more coal as well. Alright, so there's the coal. And I think I need another one for the dark steel. And then, what was it? Electrical. Silicon, right? Oh, silicon. I can do it in, I don't have to do it in the mixer. So yeah, silicon, coal powder, and steel dust. So let me grab the silicon from back here. And then I gotta add obsidian to this, I believe. Which I should have. Yep. I only need 1. So electrical steel. I thought I got 3 from that. Oh, I bet it's a... Alright. So if you do it in a mixer, you get a better ratio, I think. Let's take that out. So you get 2 if you do it crafting. Yeah, you get 3 if you do it in a mixer. Alright, so that's good to know for the future. I wonder if it's the same for... this stuff. If I do this like in a... I get 2. Let's see if this has a recipe. So 2 in there. 3 if I put it in a mixer with a circuit of 2. So I might as well do that. Which one's my mixer? Do I have a thing with 2 on it? I want to mess with that one. 4, I gotta change that. I gotta make more of these circuits for sure. Alright, coal dust, electrical steel, and obsidian. I need one more of those, don't I? Keep forgetting. Coal and obsidian. Yeah, I do. Let's grab one more. Because I wanted 4. Now, to get oxygen in there, I can just put it in with fluid cells, I believe. But again, I'm going to have to change that circuit, I think. Alright, and I'm just going to take that out because I know I'm going to lose it. Alright, so there is my dark steel. And then the dark steel, if we look at the uses. Yeah, so if you add oxygen, it's 1800 Kelvin. If you don't add oxygen, it's 2200. 100 seconds, 50 seconds. It's actually cheaper, or it's faster, uses less EU per tick, and you have less heat. So I need to grab some. I have 6, so let's grab 6 of these, and I think I have extra oxygen, don't I? Yep. Now, where did I put? Right here. So let's put the oxygen in there, and just need to figure out what circuit I need. 11. Now this is going to take some time because these are kind of similar to the aluminum. So let me cut here, and we will. I'll come back when I have some of these tanks crafted up. As I was crafting up some of the components here, I figured I would show off the rod of the extruder. Because usually I get 1 to, what is it, like 2 ingots gives 3 rods. Now it's a 1 to 2. So yeah, the extruder is pretty great at the MB level. And yeah, I'm just making a bunch of these, and I can actually turn that way. Yeah. Because I'm making these. Oh, it needs glass tubes, doesn't it? Forgot about the glass tubes. Because they don't show on the recipe. Right, so it's like forming price. Do I have even? I think I have some glass dust, don't I? Yes, I do. I think I got that from a quest, actually. I don't need a ton of this, but I'm not going to wait for all this to finish, but Yeah, if you look at this quest in the assembler, it's really hard to see. But yeah, just going ahead and making a bunch of these. Actually need, yeah, I need more of those. The resistors, I forgot how these are made. Right, see, that's a bit of annoying because I gotta get the refined glue to make them. That's some charcoal dust. Annealed copper wires. All right, luckily this is a quick recipe here. All right, so we do annealed copper wires. Let me grab some more annealed. Right, let me just double check this. So 4 and 4. So 3 ingots, yeah. Well, that's actually, yeah, that's quite a lot actually. I was thinking it was less. But anyway, that is the best ratio. You get 8 of each, so I won't have to make this for quite a while. And tons of vacuum tubes, which is awesome. So we'll put those in there. And I will finish these up later because I need I guess I could find a couple. Yeah, just do some. This is relatively quick. I don't even remember how much I need. But anyway, so that's 8. That's perfect. Alright, and last but not least, we will put these in the assembly machine and get those going. So these are filters for the tanks. And I should have, I think I have the last of this. I need 1 bronze. So it's a bronze, 2 dark steel, and steel plates. So there's that. Alright, and there's the fluid filter cover. Now the way these work is I need fluid cell of some sort. I don't know if it has to be these, but I found this to work. So we will get a fluid cell for oxygen. And let's head down here. After this finishes here. And I'm not sure what I'm going to put in the second tank yet. But I just made 2 to have them. So what I'm kind of thinking is I will I don't know location wise, I'm just kind of throwing these down for now. So let me like that. You take the fluid cover and right click on the tanks, or you could do it on the pipes themselves. I find it easier to do it directly on the tanks. And then I will right click with the oxygen cell and tell it I only want oxygen to go into this. And then I will connect the pipe. And then, I don't know, I guess I'm not going to keep this, but I need some more other fluid just to, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory how this works, but okay, apparently molten soldering alloy is hot. I wonder if that affects you if you put it in your backpack. And the answer is no. Alright, so I set the thing to molten soldering alloy. So I'll connect this one. No, I'll just put this back. That's cool. The can like goes a different color, so you know. Alright, and then we can, in theory, I need, yeah. Where did that ore washer go? It's back here, isn't it? I need to really sort out this whole situation back here. But there is that. And then in theory, I have the thing pointed down. So fluid output should send the gas down, and then it will go into the correct tank. So there we go. The oxygen's gone into this tank, and it hasn't gone into this tank. Now, I haven't, this is kind of a little bit temporary here because I want to move all my, the MV machines aren't going to be back there permanently. So when I get these kind of situated where I want them a bit better, I think we will sort that out. I want a trash can, that's what I want. This, ooh, this requires an underball. So that's a thing. But I do want this trash can. Let me quickly make this and then wrap up this episode. Now I think you can actually make these plates in the extruder if you want as well. Like I'm using the bending machine. Let's see, 2.8 seconds. The extruder, 2.8 seconds. Okay, so it's the same. I wasn't sure if that was like faster. But the answer is no. Now that's a bit of a visual bug there. But let's go ahead and do this, and so that we will throw one of these next to it, I think. Yep. And I haven't figured out how I want to do this, but I will probably set this somewhere like down here with the with like a filter on the pipe to set to only accept water or something like that. Or yeah, there's no, that one doesn't have a filter, but anyway, the water is kind of useless at this point. All right, but anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I need to kind of sort out what I want to do with my the layout of my base here, because I'm going to have to start expanding. to get where I want to put these and all sorts. I may wait until I can. No, I don't know. I was thinking get rid of this tank and replace it with the Gregtech 1-block tanks, but I'm not sure yet because this is definitely not how I want this set up. But anyway, yeah, I'll have to kind of think about that in between episodes. And I might as well. Can I just throw these in assembler? Yeah. I'll figure out, yeah, during the, actually, I feel like that's, is that a crafting? I hope this is not a crafting. Okay, no. I was like, because that would be, it wouldn't count if I did it in the machine. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.